All right, let's roll. We got Brett Young, Taste of Country Nights. What's happening, man?
Nothing much. It's been a busy couple months, and we got the baby on the way, a new acoustic record coming out. So life has been kind of moving fast, but it's all good things.
You're the second person that's come in here that we had to extend the door. Matt Stell was the other guy.
Is Matt tall?
I think he's 6'7".
Oh, so he's got me
massive.
by an inch.
Yeah, because he actually hit his head when he came in. You had a little bit of clearance, but we were a little worried for insurance purposes.
You learn a thing. So maybe Matt didn't learn this yet. I've got peripheral vision that goes both ways. Up and down, side to side. I used to hit my head on everything. Still do. If I got a hat with a bill on it, you can't see up, I'll hit my head on tree branches and stuff. But if you don't have a hat, you'd be able to.
You look up.
You'll notice me hunch under doors that I'm not even close to. Also, just because subconsciously I see it and
And forget about flying, right?
Yeah. Coach. There's just not leg room. If you ever walk by me on an airplane, you'll see my knees against the chair in front of me and my feet about 4 inches off the ground.
Oh my God.
It's almost like full fetal position.
So flying's fun for you.
I'll tell you what, getting onto a tour bus finally, after the first year or so of doing everything flying was a lifesaver.
I bet, yeah.
It's a lot more comfortable.
I bet. Let's talk about this new album that's out. So it's all songs that you previously have recorded, just stripped down and acoustic.
Right.
What made you decide to do that?
On the first record we did this, we just did it only for video's sake. And for the second record, we wanted to do something different, so we actually got into a studio, but it was going to just be video again. And the label had the idea. They said, listen, if we're getting pro audio, we should just mix this down and put it out. It's a little bit risky to do one takes, because when you're doing a studio record, you can sing as many times as you want to get it right. But at the end of the day, these are songs that I've now been singing for quite a while, so I'm pretty comfortable with. And so we still cut the videos and put them all out, but we mixed it down and put it out, the album out as well. It was really fun. I got to have Gavin DeGraw come do a tune with me, who I wrote that song with, and he's actually on the album as well. But then Charles Kelly, who I wrote, one of the writers on Here Tonight, came and sang on that. And then we also had Sean McConnell, who I wrote Don't Want to Write the Song with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yep, I know.
Yeah, I had the wrong microphone on.
Take two.
Take two. I was like, Evan.
That's why you were looking at me.
Yeah, so I was like, Evan, hey, did you turn that mic on? My favorite thing about this, though, is the fact that I said, Evan, did you have the right mic on? And so now when you leave, I get to make fun of Evan for the rest of his career.
He goes, I saw that look on your face. You went, you know what?
I'm glad we didn't get too deep.
Take two.
You did a whole interview? All right, at least we stopped.
Oh, I've had it happen where an engineer did it on when I'm taking a vocal for a record.
Oh, no.
And it's like my best pass. And he's like, I'm going to need that again.
Oh. All right, so we'll get right into the same question. Basically, what made you decide to strip it down and do this?
It's something that we did on the first record, but just for the sake of having videos. And with the second record, we wanted to change it up. We got into the studio at Blackbird to do it. And we just said, if we're getting pro audio, why not mix it down and put out a strip record? The thing about these songs, we did 5. They were all written on guitar. So you take it into the studio for the record and you produce it and you put all these other instruments on it, but they live really well as acoustic songs. And so, that's how music started for me in the church, and then playing bars and restaurants. It was just me and my guitar. So we thought, strip it down and have fun with it, and give, nowadays content is king. You don't have to put out 12 songs every 3 years. You can be in the middle of an album cycle and put out a single. So we just went, you know what? Let's give them something fresh.
That's interesting. How'd you go from being such a church singer straight to the bars? Was that difficult?
Well, it's really the only place that you could get paid to go play cover gigs. I like I said, I led worship in high school, but that was just something, I went to a Christian school. That was kind of something everybody did. At the time, I was still playing baseball, and it still looked like baseball was so I never really took music all that seriously. I just knew that I enjoyed it. And then after I had my injury and stopped playing baseball, I had to kind of figure out if I wanted to get a real job, which I definitely didn't. my wife swears I don't have ADD, but I'm telling you, like, something about sitting for long periods of time, I can't do it. I could never be like behind a desk person. And so I just started like kind of digging into what I loved, and music came back up for me. And you know, I just started walking into bars and restaurants in Southern California with my guitar, asking to speak to a manager, and then asking, you know, can I sing for you? And then, you know, and then it would turn into, well, what's your slowest night of the week? Okay, Tuesday. Well, why don't you let me play next Tuesday for free? And if you don't do better than you normally do on Tuesday, then we don't have to do it. But if you do, then you have to pay me this, and I'll play Tuesdays. And before I knew it, I had like 5 different residencies a week in Orange County area.
Wow. You talked about not being able to sit still for long. Does that mean that you're already working on new music?
Absolutely. Yeah. I started writing again right before we sent Catch to radio. So probably 2.5, 3 months ago now. And I never want to be in that position where it's time to get in the studio to make a record and we're going, oh crap, we don't have the songs. Because I mean, I just heard somebody say this. It's one of my favorite expressions I've heard. There's so many great songwriters here. You could just take outside songs. There's plenty of artists that do it. And the writer that I'm talking about, he said, don't try to outwrite the town. Like, so for artists that think they have to write every song on their record, they might be sacrificing a great song just to be the writer on it. And I really like that. And I'm somewhere in between. If I can write it, I want to write it. Also knowing that I'm trying to put myself in a position to write my whole record. And then that way, when we get there, if I have to take outside songs, it's because I'm finding one that's beating one of mine. And so, we're deep in the writing process for album 3.
Have you started writing about you're having a baby girl? So have you written any of those yet?
I actually wrote a song for her that I'm obsessed with that you'll probably be hearing sooner than album 3, just because it's, you know, I want to have it when she's born. So yeah, I've unfortunately the first one I wrote I like so much that I haven't written anymore because I can't have an album full of like I'm not going to do like a lullabies album. You know?
No, man. I feel like especially the women would eat that up, man.
The lullabies by Brett Young.
Yeah, if you could sing some lullabies for my daughter, I would play them for her.
Cool, man. I'll just make sure you press record.
I deserve that.
Okay, so you're going to be doing a few things that you're going to have a baby girl. You're going to be doing a few things that you're not used to. Okay, so I want to put you to the test.
All right.
Are you down for it?
Yeah, I've been failing these tests a lot.
Oh, but
okay.
we have a test that you've never taken.
Yep, this is a new
Guaranteed.
All right.
I'm a little nervous about this myself, and I'm not
All right.
you.
So you're going to have to paint nails when you have a little girl. Okay? Can you paint Evan's nails while we ask you some questions about your baby girl? I'm going to click this camera on so we can get a nail cam.
Which hand should I do?
Does this come off?
Yeah.
My hands are too big for it, I think. Honestly.
No, really, they were.
Tell them what the color is. That's the best.
Okay, the color on it. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't spill the nail polish. The color is she's a bad muffaletta.
Or in this case, he's a bad
He's a
muffaletta.
bad muffaletta.
Have you ever painted nails before? I'm going to assume that's a no.
I have an older sister, and she treated me like a younger sister, if that makes sense. So I may have like painted her nails, or she may have painted mine, or I may have worn one of her dresses one time, or maybe she may have like had some fun with some Aquanet in my hair one time.
Aquanet.
I'm sorry.
Can I say? Oh, hey. Can I say that I'm living every girl's dream right now? Brett Young is painting my fingernails.
Now, to be fair, I'm not doing a good job. But
You're not.
No, you're all right. That's like what a catcher would do, right? When he puts his fingers
here's
down.
the thing: if I was painting a girl's nails right now, or my daughter's, or my wife's or something, I would like be holding your hand ever so gently, and I wouldn't like have it down on the table like this. But no excuses here. This is not something I. Also, my wife's never going to let me paint my daughter's nails.
Really?
She's going to do it every time. You think she has been waiting her whole life to have a human doll?
Have you guys come up with a name yet?
You know what? I've gotten to the place where I thought we had the name at least 4 times and then had it fall off the table. And we're at this point we were just sending each other like first, middle, and last name combos via text the other day. Mm-hmm. We're just not there.
Any you can share that you wanted that maybe she turned down?
No, because they're still on the table.
Got it. Okay.
They went from being the name to being a possibility.
Have you, well, when you pick out a name too, when you look at the combos, you have to make sure that the initials all look nice together. They aren't all crazy or anything.
Yeah. What was the one?
I just thought about one.
There was one that we liked the name and the initials were like, nope.
That's a no-go.
I just thought of one, but
Don't say it. What are you most nervous about as a first-time daddy?
I'm only going to paint this nail and I'm going to do it poorly. And I'm just going to pray that you don't have fingernail polish remover for him.
I don't. This is my wife's gonna go. What happened at work today? I'm gonna be like, just look.
This is what's happening.
That's pretty good, man.
I didn't want to get it all over your skin. Your cuticle.
Yeah, you
Look
did
at you
very
knowing the
good.
name.
Look how he didn't miss anything.
I mean,
I missed the sides and everything, but that's because I was. I don't want. I already put it on your skin intentionally. I don't need to get you.
No, you did great.
You look very pretty.
And I appreciate this. Where were you guys when you found out it was a girl? Like, and how did that hit you? Because for me, when I found out we were having a girl, we didn't know we were about to find out. We opened up some work testing, and it said right on the top, female, and we were like, like I turned to a ghost.
I was pretty intent on knowing as soon as we could know. And nowadays there's a test that they can do right after 8 weeks.
Yeah, we did that.
The blood test where they So that we did that, and we knew that you could also find out the sex then. So we asked, but then they called my wife and she didn't answer, and we weren't together. I forget if she was in town. We were running different errands. And they said, we can't get a hold of your wife, but we have the results. And I was like, I wish you'd kill me if you told me right now and I wasn't with her. And I said, so just tell me if like all the healthy stuff is good. Mm-hmm. And then let her call you back. And so I said, yes, everything came back good on that. Okay, we'll wait to hear from her. And so they called and told her. And then when she got home that night, she told me. So I kind of had a feeling, but most people in our family thought for sure it was a boy. Even the way like she was carrying, I think
we got a lot of that too. Like, oh, you're carrying low. It's a boy. Yeah. And I'm like, how do these people know this stuff?
Yeah, she was, she was like, it's so early to like even be at 8-9 weeks to even be carrying a certain way.
Right.
She ended up not carrying very low once she started getting bigger, but yeah. So she, I'm very proud of my decision to not find out before her.
She would have murdered you.
I think that was good. And so we're fired up. We want multiple kids, and we didn't care boy or girl. We just wanted to make sure it was healthy. So
actually, my wife told me that at our first ultrasound, when the nurse asks you what you want, you must say, we don't care as long as it's healthy. And sure as all, as soon as we walked in and sat down, what do you want? Hey, I don't care as long as it's healthy. Now,
line, please.
Honey. Now, another thing that I was a little worried about was like diapers and stuff. Like, how are you with that? Have you ever done a diaper? Are you ready?
It's been a long time. Like I said, I helped when my mom used to work in the nursery at my dad's church. I helped. It's been a long time though.
Technology probably has changed.
Yeah, and also, you know what? Like everybody's telling me when it's your kid, it's different. You're just gonna do it. Like it's just you can't not do it. And it's a little. I was cracking up Tyler Hubbard's Instagram the other day. He's walking with his daughter, and as you get closer, he holds his arm up, and there's like poop on his arm. And his wife had said, like, she pooped. Here, pick her up.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of muttering under his breath, like, why don't you want to pick her up? Well, I don't want to get duty on my arm. You know? But he's kind of laughing about it. And I think that's just real life. You know, you become a parent, and the things that you thought would gross you out that's your kid.
Yeah.
It's nothing gross about it. It's your kid. You know. So I don't know if I'm ready or not, but I'll get ready quick.
Well, fun for you. We've got another test.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
we're actually going to help you out with this.
All right.
Can Brett Young do a diaper?
All right. We're going to time you. I'm going to see how fast do you think you can do this?
Full, connected, taped, and everything.
Does it fit this thing?
Yeah, I tested it.
I don't feel like I'm being set up
It's
to
a little
win
big.
here.
It's a little big.
Is it going to go up to its nipples?
Yeah, just right below the first set.
All right, 20 seconds.
20. I said 30.
He said 30.
How long did it take
on
you?
I don't remember. I was in the hospital still crying.
Okay, so are you ready? All right. 3, 2, go.
All right.
Oh, it's going to take way longer.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I don't think you. No. That's the wrong way.
Well, how's it the wrong way?
Because I don't want to help, but
He's got it backwards.
yeah, there you go.
Listen, give me some duct tape, and I'll get this thing on there.
There you go. And then just pull the other one.
Come on, you're so close.
Yeah. How many?
24 seconds.
So had it not been back, yeah. See, this is in its armpits. Had it not been backwards the first time, I would have nailed it.
You're trying, and that's what really counts.
Yeah, we appreciate.
I gotta
that.
be honest. I'm not gonna be timing myself at home with a child. She's got all the time in the world.
Well, we're very happy for you, man.
Thank you.
For the new EP that's out, and I hope people can really get a good sense of who you are and hear your voice, because you have a very unique singing voice.
Thank you.
And when it comes through acoustically, I bet it's going to be money.
Thank you, man. I hope so. I think that's the goal, is to just kind of be really raw and real with people with this record. So I hope people do enjoy it.
Yeah, and we actually got you a little baby present.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, just because you're such a good sport about it. If you wouldn't have been a good sport, I wouldn't have given you this.
Is that right? let me see what we got here.
There is a stipulation, though, that your baby has to be posed in this on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh,
Listen,
I'm so excited about
Amber's
this.
so pumped.
Oh, little
Look, they're
little unicorn footies.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
Thank you so much.
They're so tiny.
There's more.
Well, that's what I thought. Is there?
Yeah. Get in there.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. I love giving presents.
Oh no!
Look how
that's
small.
too cute.
Look
I
how
know. Did I really make something this small?
Right, dude. Look at that.
What
Look
does
at
it
the
say?
front.
Daddy superstar.
Ah, look at that.
How cute is that? Hold on, let's see them together. You go, hold
Look
up
how
the
precious.
little foot.
The little,
What did you call them?
little tiny.
Tiny.
Tiny
That's
shoes.
so cute.
Look at that.
They're
Cutest.
they're so little. Like, put these in your hand. Look how tiny they are.
Right.
Did I make something this small?
You did.
I'm
I
telling
hope
you.
for my wife's sake she is this small. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much.
No problem, man. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
It's you're already a good dude, but once you have the baby, it's gonna change
I
your
keep
life.
telling people,
man.
pray for me. you saw the backwards diaper, so.
Good stuff.
Thanks, you guys.